All right. Hello, friends, and welcome back to another exciting episode of The Divine Speaker. Last episode, we were about to sneak into the ball, or at the very least, the place that the ball is going to be held. I will let you know that last episode, as I was trying to see where exactly I should end it, I read a little bit of what's going to happen next, but I didn't read very far. So I don't know, after like 5 minutes, maybe this will be new to me, but there is a little bit that I already know that's about to happen. Anyway, we're gonna get through it and you'll see. We'll see together what goes on next.
This is it?
Yeah, seems like it.
But how we...
With ease, Leos climbed to the top of the wall and stared down at me from above. With one leg dangling and a look in his eyes that said he was having fun, he waved at me to join him. With a gulp, I reached up and jumped, but my fingers only barely brushed the top of the wall. No matter how much I tried, I just couldn't reach.
Being short must really suck, huh?
Sometimes.
Shut up. It's not my fault. You're just tall.
And my microphone's so tall that I can't see the characters. Hold on. Living in a world where I can't see that side of the screen. Okay.
I hear milk can help with that.
Not really. I was a big milk drinker as a kid. And I'm 5'2".
If you want something done right, you really do have to do it yourself, don't you?
With a sigh, he dropped down from the wall, landing elegantly beside me.
Okay, try not to scream.
Okay.
What?
With nearly no effort, he boosted me upward. Sorry, that sounded so clown-like. Like, imagine, a clown's noise honking.
What?
Okay. With nearly no effort, he boosted me upwards, pretty much throwing me to the top of the wall. I clung onto it as if my life depended on it.
What was that for?
Didn't I tell you not to scream?
To be fair, I don't really think that was a scream. That was the ghost of a clown overtaking Rain.
No, you said try not to scream. And how could I not if you suddenly do something like that?
With a grin, he jumped up beside me with so much ease that I felt jealous.
I had to push you off. That would be funny.
Yeah, at least I wouldn't yell so much.
On the other side of the fence was a large garden filled with flowers. This is, by the way, new to me. I just knew that milk conversation, and that's about it. A small waterway ran through it, and a bridge connected one side to the other. Carefully, I dropped myself down beside Leos, brushing off the clothes that Ash had so kindly made for us.
Whoa. It's kind of pretty here, isn't it? People are so lucky to be able to visit a place like this whenever they want.
And yet I would bet money they're the kind of people who wouldn't look twice at the flowers around them. Come on. We're not here to smell the roses.
But we could. Oh, by the way, that reminds me. I completely forgot. I'm sorry. So last episode we were talking about when the romance routes started and when exactly the common route ended. I did look it up. Literally the exact second you leave Ash's store and you get the new clothes, that's when the game puts you into the romance routes. So this is now officially Leos's romance route. Yay! Continuing on.
Sorry.
Stop apologizing so much.
But I am sorry.
Come on. It looks like our ticket inside.
Okay. He pointed ahead to what looked like an open window. As we crossed over the wooden bridge, I looked down to see colorful fish swimming in the water. How could anyone not appreciate these kinds of things? We approached the window, but it was too high for either of us to easily get in. Even when Leos reached up, he was nowhere near tall enough. Damn, I hear milk helps with that.
What now?
Come here, I have an idea.
Okay.
Not another idea.
Suddenly, Leos knelt down to the ground, glancing at me over his shoulder.
Alright, get on.
Okay.
Get on your shoulders?
Come on, Rain.
Do you have a better idea? Want me to sit on yours?
That would be a laugh.
Well then, princess, take a seat.
Damn, okay. Oh, there are people inside. Okay. Filled with embarrassment, I quickly sat on Leos's shoulders. Sure. And he stood up as if I weighed nothing. With our heights combined, I could finally see inside the building. His hands rested against my thighs, holding me upright. For some reason, I was oddly conscious of his touch, and where his palms rested felt hot, all of a sudden. I must just be embarrassed. This is an embarrassing scene, after all. No one's had me on their shoulders since... well, I don't think they ever have.
What are you being so quiet up there for? Can you see inside?
Sorry, can we just look at his face for a second?
I can.
And?
With my hands resting against the window ledge for support, I peered into the hallway. It took a moment for my eyes to adjust to the brightness. Inside, various affluent-looking individuals chatted, drinking champagne. Their voices carried through into the garden.
There's people in there.
People?
Yeah, they look kinda rich. Like Sign.
Bingo.
I leaned in closer, peering at the people who paid me no mind.
Wow, they really aren't noticing me.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Come on, we should get out of here.
Suddenly, a woman with fair hair turned around, her eyes cast towards the window, before looking away. My hand slipped on the icy windowsill as I tried to hide, and I fell forward. Just as I thought I was about to fall, Leos's fingers dug into my thighs, squeezing tight.
Shit! Oh, what are you doing?
I didn't mean to. Someone was turning, so I... sorry.
Be more careful or you'll get hurt. Although maybe if you hit your head, you'd at least be a little more quiet. Quickly, do you see anything else?
What more do we need?
It looks like a corridor. There's a door to a bigger room a little further in.
Good, we've got our way in.
And if they lock the window tomorrow?
Then I unlock it, simple.
Okay, sure.
Why are you such a walking disaster?
Just the way main characters are sometimes.
I don't try to be.
One of these days, you're gonna get yourself into more trouble than I can get you out of. Come on, let's get out of here.
You've said that before, I'm pretty sure. Somewhat more elegantly, Leos boosted me to the top of the wall, and after checking it was empty, we dropped back into the dark, empty streets. No one the wiser for what we'd just done.
Huh. That was kind of fun.
Fun?
Don't you think? We're like two bounty hunters on the search for their prey.
But you and me, bounty hunters, you barely know your left from your right.
Let a guy down easy, jeez. If Elron and Varys can do it, why couldn't we?
They're a little bit more competent.
They're also both competent people. Only one of us can claim that.
Oh.
I'll tell you what. If you and I ever become bounty hunters, I'll kiss Sign or something.
Okay.
Ew. What? You want to kiss him?
No. God, no, I don't. I'm saying it because it's impossible.
Keep your weird fantasies to yourself.
Ew.
Anyway, why couldn't we invite Fawn?
Well,
He went quiet, deep in thought.
It's easier to sneak around with less people. I mean, you're noisy enough on your own.
Okay.
Then why not go by yourself?
What?
Valid.
You know, since I'm such a nuisance. Admit it. You just can't bear to be apart from me.
He frowned, a splattering of pink covering his cheeks.
That's not it. This is your problem to begin with. Of course I'd bring you along.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I feel like you could have done this by yourself and then came back in the morning. Hey, by the way, scoped out the area. We're good to go.
Sure. Whatever excuse makes you happy.
You've been spending way too much time with the little blonde pipsqueak.
It's the new outfit, isn't it? Am I too handsome to resist?
Oh, way too much time.
No?
God.
Leos?
Oh, that is definitely way too much time with sign. That's such a sign thing to say.
You look fine.
Thank you.
Fine.
You a parrot? Yes, fine.
I felt myself pout a little. It's not exactly the answer I was hoping for. But why?
It looks good.
Thanks.
What?
I said it looks good, okay? Don't make me repeat myself for a third time.
You look good too, you know.
Well, that much is obvious.
Damn, okay.
Anyway, let's move on to something more important. How do you know we're being followed?
This isn't the place to talk about it. Come back to my room.
Ooh, okay. He nodded in response. As we walked back to the Silver Willows, we walked past a statue. Big and imposing, a man stood with his hand raised to the sky, as if he was commanding an army.
I wonder who that is.
Anyone with a statue that big is compensating for something.
Oh, okay. Underneath it, a plaque read Elliot the Great. I peered at it in interest, but soon continued on our way back to the inn. For some reason, it stuck in my mind, but I resolved to ask Sign about him later. We passed through the lobby with ease, and Aaron didn't even glance in our direction.
Out with it.
Oh, hi, we're just here. Cool.
Where do I even start? This is going to sound a little crazy, okay? And again, everything we get involved with is a little crazy.
A lot crazy.
Right. Well, ever since I left Aurelia Cavella, I've been having these strange dreams. There's this voice that's been calling out to me, but I could barely hear what she was saying.
Valid.
She was trying to help me. I'm sure of it.
And she told you we're being followed.
Yeah. She said that whoever is following us is nearly here, and we won't be able to escape them. And then she disappeared. Do you think it sounds stupid?
Stupider things have happened, so no.
Really?
Why did you wait so long to tell me?
I didn't really know how to bring it up.
Right.
I talked to Varys about it, and he agreed that it sounds like someone has been trying to guide me.
But you told him and not me? Just forget it. It's probably for the best if you don't depend on me too much anyway.
No.
With the way we've been traveling, it would have been easy for anyone to follow us. I warned you about that from the beginning.
I'm scared that something bad has happened to her.
That's just like you. You've been warned someone dangerous is looking for you, yet you're worried about someone else. Why don't you try to look after yourself for once?
Nah.
I'm trying.
I'm gonna stay here tonight.
Okay.
In my room? Why?
What a subject change.
Because knowing you, you probably don't even lock the door when you go to sleep.
He does.
I do.
Still, you're most vulnerable when I'm not around. I'm not taking no for an answer.
Damn, okay. Leos pulled a chair over close to the bed and sat down before crossing one leg over the other and leaning back. With no room left to argue, I crawled into bed and stared in his direction. Will you read me a bedtime story?
Are you just going to sit there all night?
There would be no point in being here if I just went to sleep.
Yeah, but like this bed is real big and literally any other reason. It's cold, it's lonely. Take your pick. What's your favorite?
You can't stay up all night.
It's nothing new. I usually have trouble sleeping anyway. Just go to sleep.
Okay. There was something different about spending time alone with someone at night. Maybe it was the light from the moon, or maybe it was because I was especially tired, but everything felt softer. Like we could talk about anything. And yet, I kept my mouth shut. I was just a nuisance, someone that caused him trouble. He could never trust or depend on me. With that thought, I closed my eyes and drifted off into a soundless dream. Lonely.
Hello?
Oh, okay, okay.
Are you there?
Silence echoed through my mind. Again, nothing. She was gone. My eyes fluttered open, and my mind instantly filled with disappointment. She really was gone. That silence was something I should have appreciated. Just a tiny bit of my life, reclaimed as my own and returned to normal, but all I felt was worry. Suddenly, a sound from beside me made me freeze up. Something rustled the bedding, turning over. Leos? I was greeted by long red hair. Beside me was Leos, fast asleep, who hadn't even bothered to take his boots off. Damn. He really is stubborn. Why did he say he wasn't going to sleep if he was this tired? He should have just gotten in beside me from the start. I should let him sleep a while longer. He obviously needs it. I like how casual you are about this. I almost caught myself reaching out to touch that silky smooth-looking hair, but my hand fell back to the bed. He said it himself. Best to not get too close, right? No, Rain!
Why are you staring at me instead of waking me up?
I didn't know you were awake.
Good morning, princess. Were you having a nice dream?
Damn, Rain.
Haha, real funny.
What happened to, I'll sit here all night like a tough guy?
Ooh, I like the voice.
I don't sound like that.
You kinda do.
I don't.
You do. Anyway, I just want to let you sleep a little more, since you're so bad with mornings.
I'm perfectly fine with mornings.
Sure, whatever you say.
You know, maybe it wouldn't be so bad if someone kidnapped you in the night.
Damn, okay.
I know that's not how you really feel, Leos. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here.
I'm here because I owe you a debt. One I'll probably never be able to repay.
Why? Because I saved your life? You saved my life plenty of times in return. Anyway, I don't care about things like that. You don't owe me anything.
And I just want you to be here because you want to be. But I can't say that. He's only here because he feels like he has to be.
The voice, she's gone. I don't think she's coming back.
First order of business. Screw trying to find Caspian. Now we have to find this lady in Rain's head.
I'm sorry.
I shook my head in response. There was nothing we could have done. I just hope she's safe.
Come on, you should go find the others. We can tell them about the plan for later.
Without as much as another word, he rose from beside me and straightened out his clothes. I quickly did the same before fixing my hair in the mirror.
I'm telling you, it was the size of my entire forearm!
Okay, I was gonna comment that Fawn looked really cute in that pose. Sign. Who are we talking about?
Is that really possible? I'm no liar! It was massive!
Wow.
And Fawn's going along with it?
What are you guys talking about?
You better be talking about something else than what I'm thinking of.
Oh, Fawn and I were just chatting about... Shh, nothing, Rain, don't worry.
10,000%. I'm correct. Vaughn. I would expect this from Sign, but from you? Weird.
I'm afraid to say I didn't manage to get my invite to the ball back either.
And no need. I already have a way in.
What?
We scoped it out last night. They're pretty lax on security, so Rain and I'll just jump the wall and sneak in.
Aw, you're not inviting us? Boo! Lame!
Haven't you ever heard that two's a company and three's a crowd? Well, in this case, even two is one too many.
Damn, okay.
But...
Any more people would attract too much attention. Just leave it to us.
Damn. I kind of want us all to go to the ball together.
Okay.
Me too.
Aw, don't be too sad, Fawn. Those parties are boring anyway. We can just throw our own.
In what way? Sign grinned, and it seemed like Fawn managed to cheer up a little. Oh. It was good to see them finally getting back to normal. Or, well, better than normal, seeing as they didn't really get along before. They seemed more like real friends now.
We'll let the spoil sports go on their little date without us.
I'm sorry, why exactly are you still here? Weren't you on house arrest? Shoo, run away.
Oh, how hurtful, Leos. Why must you break my heart like this?
His voice dripped with sarcasm, yet I could still see a hint of self-doubt in his eyes. No, we like you, Sign. Don't worry, we're happy you're here.
Anyway, it isn't a date. Out of all the people in the world, why would I be interested in him?
Leos, we are currently on your romance route right now. I know you don't know this, but... hush.
Hey, I'm not that bad.
And not that good either.
Damn.
What's the plan for the day, then?
Fawn's voice cut into our argument with a dry tone.
In the likely chance that this ball doesn't lead us any closer to Caspian, we need other leads. We should use the day for gathering information.
Okay.
And keep an eye out for Ilran and Varus.
Okay.
Oh, we should split up.
Damn. Okay.
Why are you so obsessed with splitting up?
We'll cover more ground that way. What do you think, Rain?
Well... I mean, we have to because we're on his route, right? I'll go with Leos.
Then I'll go with Leos.
Oh, God.
Don't sound too excited, damn.
You could sound a little more pleased. Then let's meet back here just before the ball.
Sounds good. And come on, Fawn. I'll show you around.
They're gonna go on an adventure together.
This isn't a sightseeing trip, you know. Take it seriously.
Why are you suddenly louder in my ear than normal?
Stop being such a buzzkill. Maybe you should try having a little fun for once. It might make you more likable.
I'm perfectly likable.
You too. Stay safe.
That sounded so sad. I'm sorry, Fawn. One day, you'll get your own route.
Hey, don't run off! I said I'm perfectly likable.
They both left through the front door, waving back, but ignoring Leos.
Don't worry, Leos. You're not so bad.
Wow, thanks.
Snow gently fell from down the sky. Sure, settling softly against the cool stone. Everywhere we looked was covered in that white sheen, begging to be played in.
How about we make some snowmen?
Do I look like the kind of person that wants to make a snowman?
Yes.
You look like the kind of person who's never had the chance.
Not interested.
Damn.
Maybe you don't get a choice.
I slipped my hand into his and pulled him forward, into a run, dashing through the fresh snow and leaving our footsteps for all to see. People glanced at us out of the corner of their eyes, silently shooting daggers at the two that were causing such a commotion.
Hey, what are you doing?
Sign was right. You need to loosen up a little.
Damn, okay.
I do not.
Yeah.
You do. We're not at home anymore. There's no one around to tell us what to do. Why can't we play in the snow?
Because I...
Because?
Because I don't know how.
It's not that difficult. We can figure it out.
Oh. Well, neither do I. But I'm sure we can work it out together.
I'm not gonna...
Excuse me, mister!
Okay.
Huh?
A little girl with copper hair stood in the snow, all rugged up. All rugged? Up in winter gear. She looked up at Leos with eyes full of curiosity.
She's talking to you, Leos.
Hello there.
Leos froze up, his words full of awkwardness.
Mister, you have really pretty hair.
What, me? Thank you.
I want to put flowers in it. Can I?
Come on, Leos, be Rapunzel. He glanced sideways at me, his eyes begging me to help him.
He'd love that.
Yes.
Huh?
Kneel down here, mister. You're too tall.
Oh. Okay.
It's just in, you can bully Leos if you are a child. Kneeling down in the fresh snow, Leos leant his head forward, and the little girl pulled a bunch of slightly flattened flowers from her satchel. Okay, she is ready! Before carefully placing them in Leos's hair, one at a time.
Wow, that's really pretty.
Show me the sprite.
I saw you from far away and thought you would look better with them.
Show me the sprite. Kids can be so harsh without realizing it.
Have a look, mister. Do you like it?
She held up a mirror to Leos, who looked back at himself in almost disgust, but still smiled awkwardly at the little girl.
Wait, it's very pretty.
I want the sprite.
It is. Hey, what's your name? Leos needs to thank you properly.
My name's...
Prim? What are you doing over there?
Giving strangers pretty flowers in their hair.
Daddy!
You left your gloves at the shop. Here, let me put them on you.
Ash?
Rain? Leos? Sorry. Was Prim bothering you?
No, she's perfect.
I wasn't. I was just putting flowers in his hair.
I like the way she said I wasn't. That was cute.
You know you shouldn't talk to strangers. But
Ash, do you see what we're wearing right now? Fully customized, Ash made. What's the word that I'm trying to think of? Masterpieces?
good job. It looks pretty.
The two smiled widely. It was obvious how much they meant to each other.
Go on, Leos. Thank her properly.
Thank you for the flowers.
Come on. Why don't we go get something to eat?
Can we get dessert too?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Hand in hand, Prim and Ash walked through the snow, chatting together happily.
Shut up! Not another word about this.
How can you be so awkward with kids? There were those ladies back in Stagwich, too. Do you just not know how to be nice?
Probably not.
I've never dealt with other people this much before.
But you have no trouble being rude.
Rain, my interactions with others have been limited to people that want me dead and people I want dead. Usually, these are the same people.
Valid.
You need some more life experience.
Oh, that is hilarious coming from you.
You must have at least played with other kids when you were younger.
As a loud silence, Leos. With Prim out of sight, Leos brushed the flowers out of his hair. No! Leaving them discarded in the snow.
She'd be sad, you know?
I'm sad.
Ugh.
Grumbling, he reached down and picked up a single flower before stuffing it in a pocket.
What a waste of time.
Spending time together isn't a waste of time.
Come on. If we're gonna waste time, we might as well make it slightly useful.
Huh?
He stood up beside me and pulled on my wrist, leading me further down the street. Already the sun was high in the sky, but the snow didn't go anywhere. The air was icy cold, biting at us. His fingers dropped my wrist, and he took a few more steps forward before turning back to me.
Catch.
Okay. Something metallic flew towards my face, and I only barely managed to snatch it out of the air before it hit me.
Whoa! Are you trying to kill me?
Depends, what was it? A knife?
Not at the moment, no.
Well, you nearly did!
You've passed the first lesson then. If you couldn't even catch a dagger, you'd be no hope.
I hope you at least threw it, handle first.
What exactly are you trying to do?
I'm gonna teach you how to defend yourself. I won't always be with you, and the last thing I need is your blood on my hands. But good news. Looks like you know which end to hold.
Cool.
Anyone would know that.
You'd be surprised.
So, how do we do this?
Well, first of all, you're holding it all wrong. Grip it here, and position your thumb here.
Walking back towards me with airy steps, Leos wove his fingers in between mine, positioning my hand around the blade. I felt light and agile in my hand, but one look at the sharpened blade made me feel uneasy.
I'm not sure I can do this.
You don't need to be an expert. You just need to be able to defend yourself if it comes down to it. Daggers aren't exactly the best tools for defense, but they're small and easy to hide.
Okay, what do I do?
Come at me with it. Aim to kill.
What? I don't want to hurt you!
Trust me, you won't be able to.
Damn, okay. He almost made it sound like a challenge. Again, he sauntered backwards, throwing a dagger up into the air a few times before catching it. He gave me a sideways grin, and that was my cue to attack. That's pretty sure that's the wrong cue, but okay. I raised the blade above my head and charged at him before slashing it down towards him. Before my eyes could even make out what was happening, he raised his hand and deflected, and my dagger fell in the snow a while away from us.
How?
You're no better than a child, that's how.
Damn, thanks.
Oh.
But that's to be expected, so don't worry. You came charging in too quickly. Slow down a little and watch for an opening. Oh, and here, hold it out in front of you. Yeah, if you swing down like that, you'll be impaled in an instant.
Impaled?
And where do you think you're aiming?
I don't know, just at you?
Aim below the ribs and drive it upwards. You're aiming for a kill, not to leave a scratch. If that's too hard, you can try for the heart, but keep in mind the length of your weapon.
Mm-hmm.
You know so much.
How far inside someone is a heart? You know? How long does a dagger need to be in order to get in there enough?
Alright, try again.
Holding the weapon out in front of me, I desperately tried to calm my nerves. Wait for an opening. Wait for an opening. Just as he went to throw his weapon into the air again, oh, that's nice, that's why he's doing it. I dashed forward and with force thrust the blade towards him. With ease, he plucked his dagger out of the air and ducked to the side, causing me to stumble forward into the snow.
It's no good. I can't do it after all.
Why do you give up so easily?
Because I'm not good at it.
No one is good at anything instantly. Do you think I knew all this the same day I was given my first weapon? Of course not. Let's try something else. Stand up.
He held out his hand and pulled me to my feet, brushing a stray bit of snow from my shoulder.
I'll come at you this time.
Okay, that's scary.
What?
I'll hold back, don't worry. Just focus on blocking my strikes.
You better go slow as hell, my dude. He didn't give me any time to think before his blade descended upon me. I dodged to the side, but less than a second later, and he was upon me again.
Do you know the best way to survive a knife fight?
Gun. The other thought that ran into my mind is grab the knife and take it from them.
Obviously not.
You run. A knife is an
Okay.
intimate weapon. If they're not close to you, you have a much higher chance to survive.
That's valid too.
I've seen you throw daggers before.
Yeah, most people can't do that.
He didn't have to tell me twice. I jumped back out of the way before turning to run. That was until
Ah!
I landed face down in the snow.
Did you seriously just trip me?
If you don't watch your surroundings while trying to escape, you're as good as dead.
He flipped my body over with ease, hanging down over me and smiling. His red hair fell all around my body, in stark contrast to the pure white snow.
Alright, that'll do for today. I don't want to get reported by the guards.
For some reason, I found myself frozen, mesmerized by him.
Hello? Are you there? Or has your brain used up its entire capacity for the day?
Yes,
Huh? What?
It's getting late. We should go catch up with the others.
this time as he reached out to help me up, I found myself overly conscious of his hand against mine, but nearly as soon as he touched me, he pulled it away again.
Sorry that I'm so difficult to train.
You didn't do bad for your first time. The majority of people you fight won't be as good as me anyway.
No one's as good as you.
I'm not sure about that.
It's true. You're the best.
He rubbed at the back of his neck awkwardly, eyes darting away from me.
While I'm around, you won't really need to know any of this stuff anyway.
Well, we'll just have to stick together forever then.
Oof, love it. 10 out of 10. Yes.
As if I could deal with you for that long. Come on, hurry up. Why are your legs so short?
Why are yours so long? Of course I can't keep up.
Well, look who it is.
What were you guys doing?
Sign, Fawn. I'm just coming to find you.
Fawn nibbled on something sweet looking before smiling at me. Y'all got snacks?
Have you two been having fun?
Sign showed me all around town. It's amazing here.
He really had changed so much since we first met. From the quiet boy scared of everyone around him to someone who could walk through a city as large as this and find it fun.
Well, let me guess. You two played around the entire time.
Excuse you, we actually searched properly. I bet you didn't even find out anything.
Ugh.
Aha! See, I'm right. Well, we did.
You did?
Kinda? We thought we heard someone say the name Caspian in the markets, but we couldn't find the person who said it.
Of course.
Wow, how helpful. I'm so glad we have you here to tell us absolutely nothing.
Did better than you. I guess Fawn and I make a better team than you and Rain after all.
I love their friendship so much.
We actually spent our time exploring the city and not each other.
Damn, okay.
What?
You heard me. Keep it in your pants. Jeez.
To think we'd come to the day where Sign's telling someone else to keep it in their pants.
I did nothing of the sort.
You didn't keep it in your pants?
Sure. That's why you look so flustered right now.
Shut up. If you're done, then we have a ball to attend.
Wait. You can't just waltz in there with your bad attitude.
Why not?
Why not?
You have to be delicate with them. They're fragile.
Oh, great. I'm not going to curtsy, so don't ask me to.
Don't be silly. The only way you'll survive in there is if you pretend you're much richer, more important, and better looking than everyone else.
Well, that's not difficult. We have 2 of the 3.
What?
Better looking, sure. You could get away with that. But your aura, stinks of Or...
Damn. Leos's eyebrow twitched, but he remained silent.
Straighten out your back and lift your chin a little. Oh, and make sure not to say anything that could be used against you. They're ruthless.
You want to come with us?
What about me?
Maybe just follow alongside Leos and look pretty?
That's okay. He can be arm candy. Sure.
I'll try my best.
Vaughn raised his hand and pulled at my sleeve a little, motioning with his eyes that he wanted to talk to me. Sign and Leos kept arguing over etiquette, so I found the chance to walk to the side with Vaughn to chat.
What is it?
Rain, there's something I want to tell you.
Okay.
I've been meaning to get it off of my chest for a while, but now I'm a little worried I'm too late.
Without realizing it, my eyes had drifted back to Leos. This is not the time, Rain, who was crossing his arms over his chest with a sigh, waiting for me.
Oh, sorry, Fawn. What was it you wanted to say? I was just a little distracted.
This is so sad, Rain.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Just be careful, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Gods, I hate things like this. I don't care how important they think they are. They mean nothing to me. I'm only here for one thing.
That was the saddest tiny moment of my life. Oh my goodness. I know we just started Leos's route, but I cannot wait until I get to do Fawn's route. That was so depressing. Okay.
They won't say a word to you if you act like that.
Fine. I'll try my best. Can we go already?
Wait, you should take off your weapons too.
I don't think so. I mean, maybe some of the more conspicuous ones, you know, like the whip could stay at home. The daggers, but like maybe keep a couple. With a sigh, he undid the various buckles and hid his weapons away in his clothes.
Yeah, let's go.
We waved off Fawn and Sign, who walked back towards the silver willows together, side by side. At some point, the sun had already begun to sink into the horizon, leaving Sid Cahem dyed orange. And so up we went, ascending Sid Cahem's infinite amount of staircases that led further up the mountain. Eventually, we found ourselves surrounded by the same gorgeous buildings we'd snuck past last night. Except this time, countless people strolled down the street, dressed in gorgeous clothing fit for royalty. All on their way to the ball, I would guess.
How are we meant to sneak past all these people?
You heard, Sign. Stand up straight. We'll walk right by them. Round that corner up ahead and do the same as last night, got it?
Yeah.
I tried to gulp down my nerves, but nothing could stop the loud beating of my heart that echoed through my mind. With Leos's words in mind, we strolled down the street beside all the people, before rounding a corner down into a quiet side street and following the wall along until we were out of sight.
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Yeet.
Check for people before you pull yourself up, okay? Once we're in there, let me do the talking.
I nodded and Leos dropped down onto one knee, ready to boost me up. Tentatively, I gripped the edge of the wall and peered over. The garden was alive with music streaming out of the open windows, but no one was around.
I think we're good to go. There's no one around.
Pulling myself up, I quickly dropped myself down onto the other side of the fence, landing in the manicured garden. A moment later, and Leo did the same, nimbly landing beside me.
So far, so good.
Don't speak so soon. Quickly.
We crossed over the wooden bridge and approached the window yet again. Without a word, Leos dropped down and let me back onto his shoulders. How are you gonna get up if you couldn't reach it before? Peering in through the still open window, chatter and music could be heard from further inside the building.
It looks like the coast is clear.
Good. Climb in and give me a hand.
Valid, okay. Carefully, I pulled my body up and slid into the dimly lit corridor before extending a hand to Leos. Wow, it's always Leos extending a hand to Rain. First time that Rain extends a hand to Leos. He grabbed it easily, and soon enough, we were both inside. Oh? Just as we were about to make our way towards the music, there was suddenly a pair of footsteps and chattering coming our way from further down the hall.
Shit.
Oh no. Now we have to pretend to kiss, so it just looks like two people got caught up in the moment, and they won't look at our faces. A tragedy.
Quick, over here.
Okay. Dashing between two pillars, I pulled Leos in beside me. It was squishy, but the only place to hide in the mostly empty corridor.
Shh.
I raised a finger to my lips, looking up at Leos from below. I mean, there's really no other way that you could do that. He glanced down at me, our faces only inches apart. With our bodies so tightly pushed together, I couldn't help but be hyper-aware every time he shifted, every time he took a breath. The footsteps came closer and closer. Crap. Please, don't look over here. We should have just pretended we were attendees who were lost. Why do I always mess up everything so badly? Without realizing it, I leant my head forward onto Leos's chest with a silent sigh, but froze up as two shadows passed by us. And then they were gone without a single word. Their footsteps passed away into the distance.
Sorry.
No, good job.
Huh?
That was some quick thinking. You saved us there.
I blinked, looking away from him as my stomach filled with an unfamiliar feeling.
Oh. I thought you'd tell me I was useless again.
No, you're not useless. Just a little dumb sometimes, and this wasn't one of those times. Come on, let's head in before any more guards come along.
I didn't fail to notice how I suddenly felt so alone as he pulled away from me. The places he had been touching felt as if they were burning hot. Okay. Leos and I snuck through the darkness, following the sound of a live band playing somewhere ahead. My eyes wandered the corridor, interested in my surroundings. Even in the darkness, you could tell just how elegant the room was. A high ceiling, beautiful decorations, paintings that took up entire walls. Not that we can see any in this current, view, but I'll believe you. Suddenly, I felt someone grab my hand and start pulling me forward, okay?
Hey, what's that for?
I don't want you to get lost again.
Okay, we could hold hands the entire time. For some reason, I felt my face flaring up, despite the coldness and the empty room. Finally, we walked into the ballroom, and I could barely contain a gasp. It was fanciful, like nothing I'd ever seen. A high ceiling decorated with intricate golden spirals and swirls took up my vision first, and then the large hanging chandelier. The room was already filled with people dressed to the nines, ball gowns and suits of every color. Even dressed as well as I was, I felt a little underdressed.
Wow.
Don't look too impressed. We've been to dozens of these, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. What should we do?
Let's start over there.
Leos led the way with his head raised high. Despite how much he complained to sign, he really played the role well. Compared to him, well, maybe it's best not to think about it. Everyone he spoke to answered him, yet glanced sideways at me with a disinterested expression. I know he told me to keep quiet, but...
Excuse me.
No, stay quiet. The woman in front of me, with a long emerald dress and blonde hair, looked at me as if to say, who let someone like him in, before turning away and leaving.
Oh,
No matter how many people I turned to, they all did the same. Yet when Leo spoke, they all listened, looking up at him with hearts in their eyes.
Rain, come over here.
Kind sir, wouldn't you care for a dance?
Okay.
I'm actually with...
We'll never see Leos ever again. Before he could answer, she'd woven her hand in his and pulled him towards the dance floor, a stream of ladies following along behind them. Yep, sure enough, there you go.
seriously?
With a sigh, I sat down at one of the tables and looked on at Leos. He spun effortless around the dance floor, his eyes on anything but the women who wanted to dance with him. Knowing him, he's probably too awkward to say he doesn't want to dance, yet it still made me annoyed. Why do they get to dance with him? He doesn't even like them. I'm his friend, and even I don't get to dance with him. They get treated delicately, and I'm shoved to the side. What am I thinking? Not like I want to dance with him anyway. That would be weird. We're not like that. And yet, I found myself captivated with the way his hand interlocked with hers. The way his hand sat gently against her waist. Finally, she stepped away from Leos, but not even a second later, someone else stood in her place. He was popular. I looked away, filled with a mysterious anger I couldn't quite put my finger on. Dozens of people walked by me but paid me no mind. When I called out, I was ignored. I really am useless. Just as my mind was becoming consumed by these thoughts, I locked eyes with someone across the room, okay? A man with orange hair, pulled back into a ponytail. He was wearing an apron, okay, and dressed very simply. He stood out from the people around him, but not in a bad way. I jumped to my feet, following after him in a rush, ignoring the angry glances from around me. As I got closer to him, he turned around with a face filled with surprise.
Wait, excuse me.
Huh?
Oh, okay. I assumed because we didn't get to see him before, it was just going to be like a background character. Hey.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for scaring you.
It's all right. I was just a little surprised that anyone was paying attention to me.
I could say the same to you. No one else looks very impressed when I speak to them. My name's Rain. Do you have a moment to talk?
He looked back at a doorway at the back of the room. Waiters and waitresses regularly walked in and out, carrying trays of expensive-looking foods.
I have a moment, but I'll have to get back to the kitchen quickly. We can chat whilst we walk. Oh, my name's Hone, by the way.
Okay.
Hone? Are you a chef or something?
No, I'm just a baker.
I mean, similar enough. His freckled face lit up as he spoke. He had an air around him that made him easy to talk to, despite not being that talkative himself.
I'm looking for a man named Caspian. He would have come through here around 17, 18 years ago. I know that's a long time, but if you can think really carefully...
Caspian? I know him, yeah.
Cool.
Even if you don't know him, if you could direct me to anyone else... Wait, what?
Caspian. Tall, brown hair. I see him every now and then.
Okay.
Can you tell me where to find him? I've been searching everywhere.
We reached the doorway, and Hone rested his hand against it.
I have a bakery in the lower districts. Can you stop by tomorrow? We can talk more about him then.
Absolutely.
I can't chat anymore, or I'll be at risk of not getting invited next time.
Valid.
Okay, alright. Got it. I'll be there.
He bowed his head slightly and disappeared into the kitchen.
Oh my god, Leos, this is it!
Wait. He's not here with me anyway. I'm just talking to myself. Leos was still on the dance floor, and by the looks of it, he'll be occupied for a while yet. My eyes glanced towards the open door on the far side of the ballroom, which looked like it led out to a balcony, empty of people. Maybe I'll feel better if I get some fresh air. The balcony was fresh and cool, with a sprinkling of snow across the stone, as well as devoid of anyone to get in my way. Although, even if there was anyone here, they'd ignore me anyway. I'm really not cut out for this kind of stuff. I probably look like a kid playing dress-up. I leant down over the edge, staring down at the garden below. Filled with flowers, but no one looked at them. They were too busy with their own egos. Why am I even upset? From the start, I knew Leos would be the one doing the talking. He's good at these kinds of things. I knew he wasn't any good with turning people down, so this was bound to happen. And what is this burning in my heart? It screams at me to pull him away from the grasp. And why do I almost want to do it?
Oh, finally free. Why did you just abandon me?
You scared me a little bit the way you just kind of suddenly faded into existence. Hi. Leos.
Oh, you looked fine to me.
Damn, okay.
Well, fine. I barely got away with my life.
Sure didn't look that way.
Do you think I was dancing because I wanted to? You've got to be kidding me.
No, I know you didn't want to, but...
Yes, that's exactly what I think. You should have turned them down.
Why am I arguing?
If you had a problem with it, you could have spoken up.
What's the point? None of them listen to me anyway. All they care about is what you say.
Are you jealous or something? If you wanted to dance, why didn't you say so?
What? Jealous? Is that a joke?
You sound jealous.
Talk about full of yourself. Who'd want to dance with you anyway?
So, you don't want to dance? What's the problem with dancing with me?
I never said I had a problem with it.
Then why don't you do it?
Fine, I will.
Fine. As I stepped towards Leos and held out my hand, a soft melody played in the background. Smooth and slow. Perfect for dancing. Oh, damn, we're getting so many CGs in this episode. He took my hand with ease and pulled me close, just as he's done with all the others before me. His hand rested against my lower back, fingers digging in slightly. The feeling was new and exciting. Broad and so strong. We swayed in time to the music, alone on a stage just for the two of us. Our heels clacked against the cold stone.
Ouch.
Okay.
Sorry.
You seriously suck at dancing.
I'm trying my best. It's not like you're that good either.
At least I didn't stand on your foot.
Sorry.
Wait, no, it's fine, don't worry about it.
He looked away from me, but clasped my hand in his even tighter than before. The music rose and fell, and we spun around and around, dancing to the rhythm, slow and steady. Amateur? Yes, but it was still good. Sometimes it's okay to just enjoy something without worrying too much about whether you're good or not. Leo still grimaced every time I stepped on his foot, though. Slowly, the song came to an end, the beautiful notes extending through the building and beyond. As it finished, I felt my heart flutter. The way Leos moved with ease, the way he looked down at me from under his eyelashes, before finally stopping.
Well, there. Now you don't have to be jealous.
Thanks.
I wasn't jealous.
They were better dancers than you, though.
Thanks. Why is my heart so confused? All I can think about is telling him not to go to them ever again, to stay by my side.
I'll practice then.
Huh?
I'll practice, so you don't need to dance with anyone else.
The same for me, then.
It was hard to tell through the darkness, but it seemed as if his cheeks had taken on a pink hue. Maybe that was just me imagining things, though.
Then, later, I'll show you that I'm better at it than you.
I'm not one to turn down a little competition. You'll be sorely disappointed, though. Why don't we go back inside? It's getting cold.
And this is probably a good place to end this episode for now. I don't know. It's like one of those weird moments where I don't really want it to end, but also we're at an hour and should probably end the episode. Definitely not what I was expecting in this episode. That was a lot of CGs. A lot of cool, fun moments. And I'm excited because like we got information about Caspian, right? Maybe Hone is going to actually give us good information. Maybe we'll find him. That's exciting. But I'm going to end this episode here, of course. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next episode for the ending of this ball and meeting Hone again, I guess.